Good morning once again. It's 11:02 within the studios of WINNFM 98.9. It's the 22nd day of November, and we welcome one and all to another presentation of Voices. My name is Sylvester Hart, aka Socrates, and we have some wonderful folks in the studio here with us this morning for a very, very important topic, which we'll get into after we return from downtown, paying tributes, hearing from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Hey! This Christmas is all about you. Yeah, boy. Flow brings the joy and better value.
With our new fiber network, sign up for any home internet plan or bundle mobile with home internet and get a $100 gift card. Get up to 1 gigabyte internet speeds, plus a chance to win prizes this holiday season.
This Christmas is all about you. Yeah, boy. Flow brings the joy and better value. Together, imagine all we could do. Prizes and offers inspired by you.
Flow, connecting hearts and homes this Christmas. Visit discoverflow.co. Conditions apply.
Magnum, my brand. Everybody put your Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, let me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum when me have in a me hand there. He are a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a Magnum a for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.
'Tis the season to add color to your home with Berger Paints. Get ready to deck the halls with 20% off Berger 303 and Everglow. Plus, purchase any Berger product and get a chance to win US $1,000 grocery shopping spree just in time for Christmas. Visit any Berger hardware partner today. Offer ends December 31st. Prize draws on December 15th. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back to Voices, and from my double slice of paradise, we said salutations out to Dr. Leader, Dr. Irvin Sweeney, Mr. Val Munition family, Alfonso Bridges, Mr. Derek Freights, Culture, Bueller, Ambassador Chris Collins, and that's just the top of Rosemary down up there in New York. She's already logged in. So good morning to Rosemary and family. And we have two very special guests in the studio with us this morning. You may have heard them before. Very, very important persons. In the person of Dr. Offrey from the National AIDS Secretariat, and that's in the Ministry of Health, and Miss Lucine Pemberton Vaughan here with us in the studio. Welcome once again to WINNFM. And we're here to speak about World AIDS Day, which is on December 1st. So what were you doing in the Calypso tent a couple of nights ago? You're far from microphones. You were in the first Calypso tent down the Spratnet. What were you doing there?
We were just...
You got to get closer to your microphone. Swivel the whole boom over to you.
Yes, we were just there to say hi to the beautiful people and to bring some awareness. And we are aware that this is the season to be jolly, and that persons tend to engage in risky behaviors.
More?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Can we get some results in September?
Yes. Oh, Doctor. Yes. And so we were just there to bring a gentle reminder that World AIDS Day is coming up. And we need to act appropriately. Yes.
Okay.
And take better and wise risk, or in other words, make right decisions in the involvement of joyful, sweetful. If I will call it,
sweetful.
Joyful, sweetful, interesting, full, and amazing, full. acts. In other words, we want to encourage people to be smart in making wise decisions, well-informed decisions.
Responsible.
Yes,
Yes.
responsible decision.
Yes.
Because every action
As a reaction.
and
So
every
world-
reaction has what side effect or effect that comes with it. So
Yes.
consequences that actually comes with it.
So December 1st is recognized internationally as World AIDS Day.
Yes.
But you, throughout the year, you continue the campaign of awareness.
Yes.
And so that 10th launch, we did a collaboration. And so you want to continue in that vein this morning. Mics are yours. Welcome to the studio.
Yes, I think we actually have to go back to that tent. It was amazing, to have different persons singing, and I enjoyed it. In fact, all the writer was just quite amazing, and the fact that we had a privilege to talk to the crowd of persons and reach out to a number of persons, it was quite mesmerizing, and I enjoyed the moment. And it is that we have to incorporate everything, educating people about their health in everything we do, because good health indicates good future and showcase a good environment. In other words, a healthy nation is a wealthy nation. So healthy people are wealthy people. So we are encouraging and also involving in every aspect to showcase, better health choices, and that also showcase that. In fact, the World AIDS Day theme for this year is "Let Communities Lead." That showcases the involvement of a multi-sectoral aspect by, having a Calypso kings and involved in that, and ensuring that everybody is involved in the fight to mitigate the spread of the infection.
So let's get this right. People came out to hear Calypso.
Yes.
Right.
But you came to tell them about condoms?
Yes, because one of my favorite songs, there was this particular song that's, what were they singing? Something about pussycat.
Yes, one of the Calypsonians.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. That's
Yes.
Wire. He's also known as Goldfinger.
Well,
Yes, he sang about pussycat.
well, whatever the case is, we know that downtown will have a lot of pussycats this season. So it was very nice to go there to let them know that, sometimes they can
In the
get
midst
the
of all
cat back
the-
in the bag.
Some years ago we had a Calypsonian from the Lodge area. He's now in Canada. He sang something about in a plastic bag.
Yes.
Put
wrap
it in a
it up.
plastic. Yes.
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 Right.
Sire. So the Calypsonians over the many years have been doing their due diligence in informing and spreading the message about accountability, responsibility, the detriments of being reckless. Not only in carnival time, but that's a heightened time when people drink and carry on. And as we say here in St. Kitts Nevis, because we celebrate our carnival in December.
December.
And it is known that December is the father of September babies.
Yeah.
That is true. And if you see how we dress during Carnival, then there would be a lot of temptations. And
Yes.
we just want people to be prepared and act soberly.
And the thing there is that, during that December time, during Carnival time, we have a lot of influx of people from overseas.
Definitely.
And I want to remind the public that HIV travels.
But here's what. Hear the song. So long me ain't see you, would you give me a wine now?
But yes, so you should know that HIV travels from the
Yes.
States, from the UK, from Canada, from everywhere,
Yes.
to SK. So it's either you collect,
Yes.
the enjoying time, or you collect the virus. So we want to ensure that instead of you collecting the virus, you condomize and ensure that.
The Jehovah's Witnesses, they leave Bibles in the hotel rooms. Where do you leave those condoms?
Hotel rooms as well.
Really?
All over.
Let's talk about the series, because I see you've got some samples here. But I know that They give them out at the Secretariat and other places. Sometimes when you have days in the Independence Square, the programs. But you actually leave these in hotel rooms?
Yes.
You're coming with your witness.
When we're actually preaching the gospel, We're preaching the gospel of health.
The gospel of protection.
And protection. Right? So it's important that we not competing, also join effort to actually bring deliverance.
So as we celebrate, we collaborate.
Yes, we celebrate and collaborate. I like that.
So December 1st, World AIDS Day. Would there be any difference this year as to compared to the programs you had last year?
Yes, in this World AIDS Day, we have, due to the in light of the theme of the year has indicated, let communities lead. We have expand and horizon to incorporate or cooperate a lot of persons in terms of different organizations like churches, like business places as well. So we also introducing, not rolling out, but introducing the information on PrEP. PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. That's another
who?
Pre-PrEP, pre-exposure prophylaxis.
Okay, that's a big one for me.
All right, so it's a medication that you take to, it's an additional prevention measure to prevent the exposure to HIV. Although we still encourage that people still use condom. We have people that are indulging in reckless activities or choice of sexual act. However, this pre-exposure prophylaxis is a medication that they can use to mitigate the chances at which they will contract HIV.
So is it a lubricant?
No, it's a tablet.
It's
you
a
take
tablet.
it before. We have it. It's not on the island at this moment, but we're trying to educate the public to let them know that we will have this come next year to ensure that the Ministry of Health.
So that's the next level measure of protection?
Yes, that's an additional level of protection there. And we also will be educating the public also on self-testing. We know that most persons may not be privy to the traditional route of health checks and getting tested. In other words, going to the hospital or health centers or certified sites to get this test done, so they can actually get the test kit and get it done by themselves. And that is an avenue for us to mitigate, stigma, discrimination, and also create a room for us to increase the percentage of persons that are being tested.
Your theme, let communities lead, and you mentioned all the various groups you were spoken to. What about the youth groups?
Oh, thank you. In that aspect, we are going to, as low as the primary schools, to really educate them based on their level. We're going to the schools. In fact, we just came back from Keon High School this morning, so we've been going to different schools, even a college. The college will be in college on Monday.
On Monday, okay.
Yes, so we've been going to different schools to educate them, and also we are involved in fact, we're having a little short video going around, on different schools participating, young people participating, indicating why abstinence is the best, and also we also have a PSA that we're going out for different business organizations, both private and public parastatals, saying something about HIV and also why they are putting on red. We are having this video, why people put on red. Red not only indicates, it also indicates a compassion, or for those that are infected and affected of HIV, and that indicates in total that let community lead. We all can fight this fight. It's a good fight. We should stop fighting people, but fight HIV.
Okay, quick question before we go to a station break. A couple of years ago, there was a campaign song, and this was during the height of the pandemic, and the phrase was cover up,
cover down.
and cover down. You covered up with your mask because of the
virus, HIV,
and you covered down, which was very good. And
COVID-19.
And I think that theme came from you. It's a catchphrase that came from you, which I appreciated. But at that point in time, people were more more concerned with the virus, etc. And the question was, is AIDS still a thing?
Yeah.
Is AIDS still a thing because AIDS still around? What do you say to folks who have that mindset that it's no longer prevalent and their medication to treat it, etc., etc.?
Well, actually, by the year 2030, we are hoping to end AIDS, and this is possible.
20 who?
2030. If everybody gets tested for HIV, now HIV, as we know, is just the virus, which leads to AIDS if you don't get tested and
Which is
treated.
acquired
Immunodeficiency
When you can't help
syndrome.
yourself
Right.
Okay.
If persons get tested, we have the treatment that could stop that virus in its track, preventing you from graduating to AIDS. Hence the importance of getting tested. You see, when this virus is inside one's body, it could stay up to 10 years
Before it
without
manifests?
persons
Yes, without
showing
manifesting.
any signs and symptoms, unlike syphilis and gonorrhea and herpes, where you might have burning and pain and warts. HIV has this smart way of hiding itself, all the
Masking.
while, yes, doing its work in the background. So you really don't know unless you are tested. Now, people don't see people walking around looking as if they have AIDS like long ago.
Anymore.
Thank God for treatment. And this treatment can bring your viral load so low to undetectable levels, and you would not be able to transmit it through sexual act or the use of needles. And that's why we have U equal U, meaning undetectable equals untransmissible. You can't pass it on. But the thing is, you have to get tested. No, we don't want...
No, your status.
Right, so that we can put you on treatment to give you a long life, a better quality life. But we don't want people to get complacent and say, oh, there's treatment, so why not? Because there are still other STIs, right? There are still other sexually transmitted infections. And with this treatment, everything has side
Effects.
and some of them could be very
Detrimental, actually. But
Is
it's
that
true.
It's
detrimental or detrimental?
No.
Detrimental, in other words, that it's a
Uncomfortable,
bit, it affects your lifestyle, in other words. So in general, if you want to really make people understand the ground foundation about AIDS itself, is that you have your immune system that fights every other virus or bacteria, fungal infection. All right, so if your immune system is affected, so it's now, your body is now prone to every other common disease that your body should have fought and overcome, because they deplete in the strength of your immune system. So before it gets to the point where your immune system is far depleted,
Compromised.
we have, fully compromised like that, we have a medication or treatment that can actually reduce the effect of that virus and boost the strength of your immune system. So basically, yes, HIV is out there, and it's still very much out there. And the thing is that, yes, we're not preaching fear, but the fact is that it's still there. You don't want to take him, it's a friend for life. We can be friends, King. We can be friends and, we fall out, and that's it. We don't talk anymore about HIV, you can't.
With the prevalence of all this information, I don't think people can fairly say that they didn't know or they don't know. But on that point, we will pause to give credit to sponsors, head downtown to give Caesar his due, and be right back.
Be careful when you go
Feel the
down.
magic happening. Campari. Taste.
Something incredible happens when Campari is mixed just right. Like Campari and orange juice poured over ice. Taste it. Try it tonight. Bitter, sweeter, better. Campari. Must be 18 years and older. Drink responsibly.
This Christmas is all about you. Yeah, boy. Flow brings the joy and better value. Together, imagine all we could do. Prizes and offers inspired by you.
This holiday season, get 2 Samsung A04Es for only $299 EC when you sign up for a family postpaid plan. Enjoy up to 60 gigabytes of data, unlimited WhatsApp and YouTube.
This Christmas is all about you. Telling you, boy, Flow brings the joy and better value.
Flow, connecting hearts and homes this Christmas. Visit discoverflow.co. Conditions apply.
50,000?
50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC. Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle. To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win, and win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, maybe applicable to you, depending on the time zone you're in, but welcome back to the studios of WINNFM 98.9, and we're speaking with Dr. Offrey and Lucy Pemberton Vaughan, and then from the National AIDS Secretariat in the Ministry of Health, and we're discussing events leading up to December 1st, which is World AIDS Day. I posed a question to them during the interlude, and I'm going to repeat it now. And it was about, do we have any data that speaks to any particular age demographic where this is more prevalent? And you were saying, Doc?
Yes, I indicated that at this present time we have age 13 to about 75. And I say indicated some persons might be thinking that
13
to 75.
That's a wide swath.
Yes, you know, so it's one of the concerns when it comes to the later age is that people feel like when I'm not active at 65. So the last time I was active was 65, and then they actually don't have that opportunity to get tested anymore, or they don't want to get tested anymore. We rightly indicated at the earliest stage that HIV can be in your body for up to 10 years. So it is best that you do it once, twice, every 3 months if you're sexually active. And if you're not sexually active, at least once a year, doing your general checkup.
Is that 10 years rent-free?
Doctor, I hear you skirting around and saying that when you're in your older years, that maybe you are not sexually active and it might have been in your body. But I have a husband who is in his 60s, 60 late, and he's still very much...
He wants his Congo pepper?
Yes, he is. So older persons are still engaging in sexual activity. No, I am on the down low because I am going through menopause, but he is nowhere ready to pause.
I am giving him some props.
Yeah.
Mr. Vaughan, the ladies say you still Congo pepper, ladies. I'll give his telephone number, but
yes, and older persons are still very much active. Yes, we have persons who are in their 70s. Yes, so they too.
But there was information that I gathered that some older men are more prone to get it because they're not as firm as before. They can't use condoms. And so because they can't use condom, they engage
in
activity. Yes. So they are target group. That's why I asked about the particular age demographics.
Yeah, which is actually right, because if you look at it, even younger folks are going with older folks are going to younger folks. It's preference, right? But the thing is, we want to encourage that with healthy living and with conscious effort to protect themselves, we can all mitigate and achieve the goal of eradicating HIV 2030. So it has to be beyond the sweetness or the fun aspect, but the aspect of, taking your health into your hands and be responsible. That's the only way.
Chris Collins say this is a very heavy topic, so I want him to know that he's not in the age demographic with older folks. So since you're batting, you don't go down to battle, you pad up. Because the kind of pace bowling we're facing, even your helmet, you got to cover up. Put on the helmet, Chris, put on your pads. You know what I mean?
And some persons, I am amazed when I'm doing my counseling. This is a question we always ask. Do you use a condom every time? First, they know how it is transmitted, and they will tell you through unprotected sex. So the next question is, do you use a condom every time? And they would say no.
Trust?
About 98%. If they tell me that they trust their partner, I will say HIV is passed on through trust. Because it's when you let your guard down, something slips up. And they usually say that having sex with a condom is not sweet. So I am inviting them to Pleasure Pulse on Tuesday evening, where we speak about what does sweet sex really entail.
Great. Should I ask Mr. Vaughn?
He would be able.
Skin to skin is
no,
the
it's not skin to skin.
No, but that's what they're saying, skin to skin.
And I'm going to tell you that it's not skin to skin. So when you come, you bring your skin on Tuesday evening, and we will sort it out.
It's not skin to skin?
No.
And also, you have to also look for condoms that actually fit, because knowing that sometimes people go with a bigger size, and as such, it's not that efficient.
Take it easy, doctor.
Some years ago.
Don't rush me.
Some years ago, I know a story where a lady traveled with some condoms. And then when she tried to apply them, she said, she bought the white size. They couldn't fit. So you were talking about fit.
Well, buy the black size, and we have them free.
She bought the white size.
But I understand it.
So the size thing that you're speaking about, Dr. V, how does that play into thing?
Actually, it's just like roll-on, right? You want to use roll-on, you try different roll-on to see which best fit, suits you. Because roll-on, when I mean fit, like which one suits you, which one is best for you. Right. Because some of this roll-on contains some alcohol content that mixing with your sweat can actually cause rash or can, give an awful odor, for example. However, that is how condom is. If you're trying it the first time, you try and see which one fits. If it's too tight, you know that's too small for you.
Because we have large and X-large.
We have a small, large, medium, X-large, and
And those who are very small, we have gloves, so maybe you could cut off a finger, King. And
because me, I cut it off, nothing.
Listen, all we want is that you protect.
Yes, just use what is best fit for you, because different persons, different size, and also that does not really affect, the pleasure point, right? So it actually depends on the individual and also your mindset. So it's best that you try different condoms.
I know people who use two.
That is not right.
Good. Huh?
That is not.
No, this is a fact. I know of persons who use two. They were so concerned
about
they actually used two condoms.
And the friction.
Or the mandate that their partner used two condoms.
No, that alone is not good, because the thing is about, look at, for example, if you use if you properly use a condom, you won't have to need to use two, because the one you're using is enough to protect you. Okay. All right. So
Chris, you listening?
Yes. So the two alone, if you're using the two, that means you're even causing insufficient blood flow to the pineal gland, and that is not really great.
But that was fear coming from the person that they know.
Yeah.
And they insisted on two.
Yeah, because look at it.
And it creates that
unnecessary
and it makes it birth much easier too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it can actually come out and get lodged into the female's private part, and that is not really great. So it's best that proper condom use can give you best satisfaction.
Consistent condom use.
Yes, can give you best satisfaction.
Give me some more information about that program you mentioned coming up shortly. What do you call it?
Pleasure Pulse.
Pleasure Pulse?
Yes.
It will be at
where and when and.
Well, it's Tuesday evening.
Yes.
On
ZIZ
with I think it's Roma Richardson. I'm not so sure. Yeah, and
what time?
7.
7 o'clock. Tuesday evening.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Today is...
Is it 7 or 8?
No, it's not 7. It's 8.
8.
Yeah, about 8.
So today is Wednesday, so next Tuesday
Yes.
evening on Thursday, you'll be having Pleasure Pulse.
Yes.
Is that would that be the first presentation?
From us, that
Yes,
is.
from the Minister, from
for
the
the
National
season.
Secretariat will be from the first from us.
Name sounds rather enticing.
Well, that is the name of this show, but then we will put our spin on it.
Okay.
How to
So it's
keep
a
the-
regular program, but you guys
Yes.
are going to do a presentation?
Yes. And
All
it
right.
will be how to keep the pulse in your pleasure.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how effective would you say that your programs have been so far in terms of outreach and the results?
Actually, we had a good turn for the past. In fact, for this year, last year and this year, we have over 2,000 persons tested, and we 2,000 persons tested. Close to 3,000 persons tested. We've actually linked people to care, those that are infected positive, link them to care. We have also ensured that we have a connection between the Secretariat and them to ensure that beyond the fact that we are providing treatment for them, we also ensure that they are eating healthy. Link
And
them
you
to care.
mentioned counseling?
We also have counseling not only for them, but in fact we have a 24-hour counseling. In other words, they can reach out to us and we can provide, because we have persons that have
You want to share that number?
664-2939.
Yes.
And when they call, who they speak, what's the reception?
I would be answering.
Is that a 24?
Yes.
Yes. Because we have persons, for example, that are...
That's our job. We
24
love it.
We have to
We
do-
love what we do.
But if you'll be answering, there could be a time when Mr. Vaughn...
No.
Well, you see, when Mr. Vaughn is in the house, then I will get back to you as
Yes.
soon as I...
And also